Mama?
Claire, you find anything?
Seven wishes. My bad. I wish Darcy Chapman would just go rot. I can wish for anything. Money,
Get in. What is happening right now?
love. Did that just happen?
There have been others who've had the box. They and everyone they loved have all died. When the music ends, the blood price is paid. It's a demon.
What does it want?
Your soul.
I wish.
You can't control it. It's controlling you.
I didn't know that any of this would happen. What's wrong with you?
I wish.
Take a seat. Thanks for being here, guys. Welcome to
for having
Build. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Build. Thanks for joining us. Who's super excited to see this trio up here? And who's super excited to see this movie? Because I saw it, guys, and it is so good. Now, you know, it has that horror thing to it, but I also have to say that it's a fun movie as well. It has a lot of different dynamics. It's kind of like a teen drama with horror and a little bit of thriller.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of humor, too. I think there's a lot of really funny moments in the movie.
So how did
Ryan
you
likes to
all,
laugh at himself in movies when he watches himself.
Like when I try to play the sax.
I was going
for
to say,
instance.
there is a good scene where you're on the
Hilarious.
sax. You liked that one, Joey, huh?
Oh my god, it was so funny. No, it actually was because he was so bad. Like when we were on set, he was like rehearsing with the saxophone, just like I mean he sold it like.
But I made it
amazing.
look sexy, so.
Yeah, he made it look
That's
great.
really all that matters.
But it sounded so bad.
I'm sure there was like a lot of moments like that when you're filming a thriller or a horror movie, where it's much more fun on set than it is for the audience when they're watching it.
Oh yeah, especially with all the outtakes and just behind the scenes shenanigans.
What was your favorite moment? Do you guys all have a favorite moment from set?
Any moment Ryan wasn't there, really.
Dude, shots fired over here.
No.
Yeah, pick on the old guy. Why not?
No, I think it's just really important to keep it light on set when you're having such like a dark premise of a movie, and that's why I feel comfortable just like making fun of these guys because it was just a great time.
That's awesome. See, I can see the love between co-stars, except for Ryan over there. You're getting a little. How did you each get involved in the film, and what kind of drew you in? Was it the script or the director?
I would definitely say like the director kind of drew me in, where he's just such a nice guy. Everywhere from the ground up, everybody was working the hardest just for him because he just treated everybody with respect, and it was just amazing. I mean, I feel like it's directly going to correlate with the outcome of the movie because we're all just so happy, having a great time working on the project, and so. I feel like
It's also really funny because our director, John Leonetti, he makes these really scary horror films, Annabelle and this one, but he couldn't be more laid back. He's like a surfer hippie
guy,
from Orange County, but he makes these
Absolutely.
really scary movies.
Yeah, no, he's like literally the most laid back person.
literally the definition of chill.
But he, I worked with the director John on The Conjuring a couple years prior. He was the director of photography, the cinematographer on the movie. And he approached me with this script and was like, "Hey, girl, I would love it if you do this with me." And I was like, "Okay, I love you so much." And I read the script and I loved it. And I was like freaking out when I read it. I'm like I get scared like with everything. So I was like reading it and it was nighttime and I was scanning my shoulders.
One of the main things that drew me to it is as I was reading it, it felt a lot like the movies I went up for as a teenager. And it felt a lot like the movies from that era, like Scream or I Know What You Did Last Summer, which I was in, or The Craft, or, you know, it has elements of Mean Girls. There was just something really appealing about it being this popcorn movie with a great concept at the heart of it. What would you do if you had a box that granted 7 wishes? You know, it's like that allows anyone's mind to go into, you know.
And he also heard I was gonna be in it, so
Yeah.
it was like an easy choice, you know.
Yeah. And in spite of that, I signed on.
Well, I Know What You Did Last Summer was kind of like one of your big break movies, right?
It was, yeah.
So, and Mitchell, this is one of your first movies.
Yes, you are
Did you
correct.
guys kind of talk about being the male in one of these horror thrillers?
Yeah. I mean, I'm running with the big dogs now, so I went to these guys like asking all sorts of questions, and they were just so gracious, kind of giving me all sorts of great pointers and what to work for and what to work on, what to do, and it was just lovely.
I think these two have massive careers ahead of them, and you know it is nice to be in the position to not only be excited to watch that take place, but to offer advice or you know some kind of experience that I've been through that might be of benefit. Yeah, I definitely see Mitch as like a little brother, and Joey is like my weirdo daughter. And
I can't believe I Know What You Did Last Summer is 20 years old because you guys all
It's
look
older
the same
than
age up
Joey.
here, don't they?
It is a little me.
Oh, yeah, Mitchell, how old are you?
22.
22. Wow, 20 years though.
Yeah.
When you look back, does it seem like yesterday?
no,
No.
no, it
does-
seems like 20 years ago. Yeah, I've been through a lot.
through a lot.
We can tell.
So you mentioned before how Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer is similar to Wish Upon.
I think in tone, yeah, there's things about it, and also because our movie is scary and is a thriller, but it's not gore, you know. And those movies weren't either. Like a lot of the worst stuff sort of happens off screen in some way. There's not.
It's very storyline driven, which is cool. It gives you those more like chills down your spine moments, and I would be like, "Whoa, gross" moments.
Yeah. It was like a just series of chain of events, and you just like leave like you just got slapped in the face. You're like, oh God.
When you're on set, is there that vibe of scary, or is that something that's created? Do you find in post when you guys watch the movie, you were like, wow, I didn't even realize that this scene was going to turn out this way when you add all the music and the special effects?
Absolutely, I think that it gets really scary once you watch it. Being on set, it's just a bunch of fun. There was this one scene though that I did where I had to have a spider crawl over my hand, like a real spider, and I think that was my scariest moment on set.
What about you, Mitchell? You had some scary moments.
Yeah, I did some creepy moments, especially with like when I'm stalking her and all that fun stuff.
Like being a stalker in a movie, you know?
I can't beat that. I definitely thought I could see the direction it was going, but like once it all got put together, I was like, oh wow, this is a lot more suspenseful than I originally anticipated, and so definitely more after the fact for me. Yeah.
So much about how any scary movie functions has to do with the music and the sound cues and the way it's edited. And yeah, when you're actually doing it, it doesn't feel that scary because you're next to your friends and the people that you work with and see every day. But it's the magic that happens in post that makes it really pop.
Yeah. It wasn't the dumpster diving for you that was scary?
No. But the research for that was pretty awesome.
Yeah?
No, I'm joking. I didn't dump
You just
it.
find like Ryan in a trash can in LA. And you're like, Ryan, what are you doing, man?
Just eating an old
Research.
sandwich.
Nothing. I'm just getting in character. Go away.
Yeah. Good thing the paparazzi weren't following you for that one. But you didn't have to do too much research because you have kids of your own and you play Joey's dad in this movie. Your daughter is 17 as well, right?
Yeah. So they're exactly the same age, and I feel like that's why we kind of connected pretty easily. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
y'all are hard to get along with at all, so I mean.
Oh, thanks.
Is it fun to be back together? When did
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys shoot
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie?
We finished after the holidays. We
Yeah,
finished
but it was like
January.
we like finished just before Christmas, no? Yeah.
No, right after Christmas, I think we filmed.
Oh yeah, because we came back. Yep.
The beginning of January. Yeah, it's amazing to be back together. It's like a Misty's, guys.
A reunion.
Yeah, because it's like there's a high school vibe on set too.
All
where-
of this.
There is a little Mean Girls vibe in this
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
A lot of high
yeah.
school drama.
Straight up.
Did you guys have a high school drama like this in your real lives?
Not really.
Well, you're the popular guy in the movie.
Yeah,
so
look at this kid. Do you think he's ever had a bad day?
I never went to high school. I was homeschooled. Can you tell?
And I was in a one-room schoolhouse in the middle of a prairie. No.
Hey, good joke, Ryan.
Were you
old for you.
popular in high school though, Ryan?
Moderately. I wouldn't say unpopular.
Yeah. Well, personally, in this movie, I would want to be friends with Joey and her friends because Barb from Stranger Things is in this movie.
Yo!
When I saw her on screen, I was like,
Yes,
this is
Barb.
epic.
Shannon's the sweetest,
Oh, yeah.
most awesome person. She was like amazing to work with, super professional, and just
Beautiful
like, the
singing voice.
sweetest. Yeah, great singing
just
voice.
serenading you.
She's
on
awesome.
set. Just
Is
singing.
that true? That she was singing to you guys?
Yeah,
she just randomly
sometimes
started
we
to
just be
break
like,
out the
"Hey,
song," and we were like,
will
"Oh,
you
wow,
sing us
it's
to sleep?
gorgeous."
Follow me to my hotel and
I had
just
no idea.
put me to bed."
No idea.
You were hanging out with the wrong crew on set, Ryan,
Yeah.
clearly. These two must have had a lot of fun. So are you guys into horror movies yourselves? Is it something that you, did you always want to be in a horror movie? Do you watch horror movies at home? Or are you more, was this a big challenge for you?
I could definitely say I love horror movies. Like Conjuring's one of my favorite movies.
Thank you.
So when I got to work with this one, I'm like, that's a scary one right there. So when I got to work with her, I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I can't wait to pick her brain on this. And yeah.
I'm just like one of those people that I'll go but I get like so scared. The reason I love scary movies because they do their job and stuff, but I find myself like too paranoid of a person sometimes. The other night I was sleeping and I woke up and I was like, oh my God, there's definitely something in my closet. But it was just like a shirt that was hanging weirdly. But that's why I have dogs. I love when my dogs sleep with me because I feel like they'll protect me from everything. But then again, they probably just won't, so.
Every time they bark, don't you get like freaked out that, oh my God, what's
I
going on?
hate when my dogs stare at nothing and bark. I'm like, oh my God, there's a ghost in here.
Well, how did you, how long ago was Conjuring now?
I was 12 when we filmed
Wow.
it, and I'm going to be 18 at the end of the month.
That's crazy. Were you afraid to be on that set? Like, that's a scary movie.
That movie was really scary to film and watch. I mean, like, honestly, to film, it wasn't that scary, but there was definitely moments where I was like, oh my God. There's definitely moments on Wish Upon where I was very scared, like, filming, too. I'm a really scared person.
Especially with that stunt you did. I mean, that's no joke with the.
Yeah. It was no joke. You guys have to see it.
You'll see it. And it's like, what are you like watching it behind the scenes? You're like, oh crap, it doesn't look safe. But it was completely fine. Yeah.
And are you a horror movie fan?
I like thrillers. I never really liked slasher movies and that, you know. When I was young, I loved like Poltergeist and Exorcist and things like that. More of like thrillery, psychological thriller type things.
I know what you did last summer is like one of the best horror films ever, right, guys? You got chased around by like a guy with a hook.
Yeah.
That's pretty gory.
Yeah, no, it is, yeah. Actually, he texted me, the guy who played the fisherman killer, he texted me on 4th of July. Or no, he DM'd me on Twitter, and I found it really weird and creepy that the guy who played the fisherman, the killer,
What was he saying? Like, oh, I see you're in another horror movie? Good luck.
Was he like, happy 4th?
I think he wrote something creepy like "Hello, old friend" or something. Like he was definitely like playing. He was in character. He was definitely tweeting in character.
And at first you're like, who is this person? Oh, right.
Oh, that's so funny.
That is creepy.
Oh my God.
So let's talk about the movie a little bit more with the box, the music box that they give you. What was that like when you saw it on set? Were you just looking at it like, this is not scary at all? Like, how are they going to make this thing?
No, it's a very scary box, I think. But I mean, me and that box became like old pals. We were working together every day. I mean, I got used to its dramatic demands on set. Like, wouldn't come out of its trailer when it was time to go. It was so annoying. But I think that the box is super scary, and I love when I see people like see it for the first time during press interviews, and they are like, "Oh my God, I don't want to touch it." I'm like, "Lay your hands on it. Do it. Touch it."
Do it.
It's awesome. It's a really great box.
No, it was cool too that we had multiple boxes for different reasons. Like some couldn't open at all. Some had a magical ability to open. Some were rubber so that Joey could throw them. There was a stunt box. There was like
Cement box.
Cement box. It was
Hollow box.
Yeah.
It was like, it was so many boxes. Couldn't keep track.
Now, if you guys had the chance to get these 7 wishes, knowing, well, at first in the movie, you don't necessarily know what's going to happen after you start making these wishes. But if this magical box just appeared in your life right now, would you actually go and make a first wish and see what happens, or would you be too scared now after shooting this movie?
Yes, I would make a wish. Well, after filming this movie, you mean? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
I'd be like,
Temptation would just be like, oh, this will never happen
Just like,
in
yeah,
real
this
life.
doesn't work.
dang, that's what Claire thinks too. And then all hell breaks loose.
So what would your one wish be, though, if you had one wish?
Oh.
For anything.
Understand the universe.
Understand the-
Intellectual over here.
Fair enough.
Okay, Ryan, you go.
You know, mine's gonna be something boring like world peace or
Can't do that. Like
end of human
obviously.
suffering. No, because you guys are young. You still have things to wish for. I'm about to head out to pasture. My best days are behind me, and a lot of my wishes have come true. So
come
now it's the
on.
end of human suffering for me. That's my wish. I'm done.
That's so beautiful now. But now I'm gonna feel like not nice.
Just wish for an Oscar.
Because
or something.
well, I was gonna wish to like. You guys remember the movie Ratatouille and how Remy the rat makes the ratatouille and how pretty it looks? I've always wanted to try his ratatouille, like specifically his. So like
your wish is for a cartoon
To
dish
make you some
of
lasagna.
food.
But like, it looks so good that even the food critic was like, "This is amazing."
You'd be eating pixels or like.
Yeah, but like, if Remy the rat was real, whatever.
So you want to
Ryan.
be in the cartoon?
Maybe I don't
Eating it
know.
there. If,
You want to
that's
eat
fine.
the cartoon pasta, or you want to eat the real food?
Guys, I didn't go to into the like specifics of my wish. Okay, I just want it to happen.
We learned a lot about you, though, with that one wish. That's a very odd. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Come on.
So did you guys all know that you wanted to be actors, or you wanted to be in the business, or is it something that kind of happened for you? I mean, you were in like Calvin Klein underwear all over billboards and
Yeah.
stuff. Do you guys recognize him?
Yeah, definitely never thought I'd be doing this. I actually tried to enlist in the Marine Corps, and then bad car accident as a kid didn't let me to get in. But I'm a lot more happy I'm getting shot at by a camera, I must say. Oh no, I'm sorry.
I was 4. I don't know why my hands are shaking right now. Maybe I'm nervous. Maybe I'm excited and nervous. But I when I was 4 years old, me and my sisters did like this like theater plays together, really small productions. It was so much fun. And then I started doing commercials, and by the time I was older and did TV and then film, there's never been a doubt in my mind that I've always wanted to do this. I love it so much. I've been doing it for 14 years now, and I never want it to end. I want it to go on forever, and I hope it will.
I'm sure you've had such great experiences, too, as a child actor.
Yeah, so many amazing experiences.
Who's your favorite person that you've worked with?
Ever? That's so hard to say.
Hard to.
Yeah.
Well, it's not Ryan.
We know it's not us.
No, I've worked with like, I don't know, as far as, I mean, everything goes. I've gotten to work with people again and again. Like, I've worked for Roland Emmerich a couple times, and James Franco and Zach Braff, and those guys are just so incredibly fun to work with, and I just love working with them. I mean, it's amazing though, because I get to meet new people every time I go, like this guy and this guy, like I just love getting to meet new people.
That's awesome. And how about you, Ryan? Did you always know you wanted to be an actor? How did you kind of stumble into the business?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up as far outside of the industry as you possibly could, but I was obsessed with movies from the time I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, seeing Indiana Jones, and like my dream was to be on the movie screen someday. When I was, 8 to 13, that's kind of what my main goal in life was, and I managed to make it happen, I guess.
Yeah, how did you manage it? Like, what was your path? Like, did you study it in school?
No. I went to
LA?
I went to Christian schools. There was no theater program. I started going to Philadelphia for commercials. Like, I got a commercial agent in Philadelphia, and then started coming to New York around the age of 16 for auditions. And I booked my first job at 17 on a soap opera here, and I moved to New York, and I've just been plugging away.
That's really cool. It must be cool, too, for you guys to kind of see Ryan's trajectory as an actor and all he's gotten to do. And you guys are kind of at that stage now where he first started.
Yeah.
It's very neat for us to, I mean, for me anyway, to see that. It's great.
But is it weird for you now to be like, oh, they're just getting started? They have so much, like,
No,
ahead
I
of
think
them?
it's exciting. I think it's not weird at all. It's something I'm going to support and be excited to watch as they develop and as
And we'll just be
things-
tapping into your infinite wisdom.
Was that
the
one
whole
yours?
time.
Wait.
No, that's yours.
Oh,
This is mine.
sorry.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to drink, Ryan. You're going to drink all your water.
Sorry.
And so, Mitchell, you have another movie coming out, right? Moss?
Yeah, that actually just premiered at the LA Film Festival. And it's just beautiful takes tucked away in like backwoods North Carolina. And North Carolina is really known for its beauty. And just the cinematography is gorgeous. And story plot is just awe-struckening, so.
That's awesome. And how about you, Joey? What's next for you after Wish Upon?
Excuse me. I have a movie coming out in the fall on Netflix called The Kissing Booth, which is what's the most recent thing that's coming out after this is, and I'm super excited about that. It's like a teen rom-com. It's super funny, and I got to play a character like I've never played before, and I think it'll like hit some really fun audiences. So I can't wait for that.
That's awesome. And then, Ryan, you have Shooter, right? Coming out for season 2.
I do. Season 2 premieres July 18th at 10 o'clock on USA. This season's even better than the last. I'm so excited to be doing it. And I just released an app today, a health and fitness app that's gone live everywhere, free download. It's called Become. And it's going to teach people how to take care of themselves and eat right, essentially. So you can go out, download it now. Download it now. It's
called
free.
Become?
Become. Yeah.
Become.
And we can all age as gracefully as you if we
That's
follow
the
this
idea.
app.
That's the idea.
I saw you on Men's Fitness, Ryan. Did everyone see you? Woo.
Yeah.
Looking good. You too.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
It's way easier for him, trust
too.
me.
Just on Men's Fitness coverage, doing my thing.
Yeah, so
You know, I've got like those pecs going and it's whatever.
now before I go to the audience, what's something about this movie that you think will really bring the audiences in or that you find the most exciting part?
I think just asking yourself the question, what would I do if I had this box and these 7 wishes? I think that captivates people of all ages and backgrounds. And I think that, too, there's something really sweet about the morality of this movie in a way where it's sort of like maybe we should appreciate what we have a little more than we do instead of looking for what we don't have or what we need or what we think we need. That's kind of the journey that Joey's character goes on in this movie, and I think it's cool.
I want people to like go home after seeing the movie and be scared when they go to bed. I want them to be very scared when they go to bed. And
The ending is pretty like...
and I think that we just have a lot of great performances in the movie. Everyone just really like nails it. So I think that people are gonna be like, "Hey, this is a good movie."
It is.
Everyone go see it.
Yeah, I think Ryan just hit the nail right on the head with that one. Just kind of just be thankful for what you have. You know, everybody's different.
Yep. You don't need wishes to have a good life, guys. Trust me, the end of this movie, I'm like, whoa! I was not expecting that. So,
Yeah.
but I want to open it up
twist.
to this lovely audience for some questions. So, who's first?
Hi. I have a question. So this movie's about making wishes, but someone's going to die. But if you knew that the person that was going to die isn't any of your loved ones, would you still make a wish?
Oh my God.
Really, really interesting.
That's like I don't. I mean, I think if I knew that it was gonna kill somebody, even though I didn't know the person, I do not think I would wish.
Yeah, it's still on your conscience.
Can you imagine? Wait.
Could I choose who the person is?
Like, put a little card in your box, close
Suggestion box.
it.
Suggestion.
Ryan wants world peace, so yeah.
Yeah.
Although my last answer.
Yeah, clearly. World peace my ass.
Who's right here?
Hi, sorry my English. It's the question for Ryan. What is the best advice that you ever received when you start your career?
You know, there's been lots of different points where I've been given good advice, but the one that stands out was maybe on my first movie called White Squall that I did with Jeff Bridges, and I remember him telling me to really, you know, to appreciate the experience of the thing that you're doing because it may not turn out the way that you hoped, and that the journey is really about that part of it, because as actors, there's only so much we can affect. We don't edit the movie, we don't direct the movie, whatever it is. But to really kind of lose yourself and absorb yourself with that process of doing a project that you love, and then that way, if it succeeds or it fails, you still win because you took the time to appreciate that experience.
All right, that's our last question. Here we go.
Hi guys. So.
Yo.
What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? What's the best aspect of being in a horror movie opposed to being in an a Roland Emmerich action movie or action TV show, or being the face of one of the best books for children?
Oh, hey. Thank you. I think that and there's so many great things about each genre and doing each genre, but I think one of the fun things about horror is most of the time people go home and they're thinking about it for a long time. It's not just like, oh, I saw this movie, it was really funny, or it was really great and I went home. Horror just has a really big effect on people, and I love affecting people.
With book covers and
With
action.
book covers and
I've
explosions.
seen Wish Upon, but I haven't seen it with an audience, and I can't wait because it's sort of like when you make a comedy, you want to be in the theater and hear the people scream and hear them laugh. And
Totally buying a ticket and going. Like,
I'm
first
going. Yeah,
weekend.
I'll be there this Friday. I'm sure.
So will I.
All of us, all of our friends too.
You guys should sneak in the theaters and just sit in the back.
I'm totally going in there.
Like, people would love it. I would love it.
Pretty funny.
Okay, guys. Well, this comes out Friday, but Ryan told me backstage that there are going to be some screenings on Thursday,
Yeah,
starting
there are
Thursday
late night
night.
Thursday night screenings,
Yeah,
and the
like
tickets are
midnight
going
stuff.
fast. So if you want them, get them now.
Yeah.
That's right.
Perfect summer movie for all you teenagers home for the summer. I'm very jealous. Got to go to work. All right, guys. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.